Hello everybody and welcome to Life Stationeries. I went to the thrift store it's been a couple of months ago, and bought these business cards. I thought I was only getting one box for $1,000, but she gave me another box of $1,000, and then these three with however many they have left in them for $1.50. So I've been trying to figure out what to do with them. So I went online and I looked up calling cards that have no copyright. So they are, anybody can print them off and use them in anything. You don't want to print off something that is copyrighted, you can get in trouble with that. So I printed these off and they're all the same, and I'm going to be sticking those in my books, but I just wanted to show you guys an idea to use with them. I'm not very good at the whole trying to figure out how to go from my phone to the printer yet. It's only been about 4 years, but I'm getting my home computer set back up as soon as I get some stuff rearranged. So this was my first attempt, and it tells me where to go to print it off, which doesn't help me. So I have these, and I'm going to be decorating these today. So that is going to be something that we are going to be doing, hopefully, in this video. But the other thing is, first thing I want to work on is, I just got done covering this book, and I'm really liking this fabric. And I honestly don't know what this fabric is called. There is no tag on any of this, and I've looked. You can pick these up, and they have stuff that's sewn on them. Or embroidered, I think it's called. But this fabric, it's just got texture already into it. Let's see, can you see the texture of it? It's got, something to do with it, and it just feels quite amazing. And so I put it on this book. I had to first paint this book white because it was so dark, and then put it on it. But you can see how the fabric already had stains. This is very old fabric, came from my grandmother's house. We've probably used it several times. I think they're napkins, if I remember correctly. So I just wanted to take some inks because I don't like how it's stained. It looks not good. And I'm just going to take my whole ink right here, and I've got walnut stain, and I'm going to run the whole ink dauber. Had to make sure I was in focus. All over. And this is going to take some of those darker stains out of it. Go over it with my hand, kind of just rub it in there really good. Oops. Still have glue out. Knocking over my glue. Oops. And did you see that? It's better to go one way instead of all different directions, because then you get odd lines. So, kind of make that look natural now that I've done it. There we go. So, next we're gonna use this flamingo one. My flamingo one's already kind of dirty. So we're going to rub this over. And this is going to take out those gravy stains. I know they're gravy stains. Silly, huh? And go this way and over the spine a time or two. I'm just reclosing the book to get in this little spot, and I want pink in there really good. And I am going to put a little bit of black on here. My black doesn't like to do little bits, so we're going to try gently, little bits. This ink has always been really wet. I got it from the thrift store. It's Color Box Pigment Stamp Pad in black. And I'll tell you what, this thing, I really enjoy this ink pad. Never goes dry on me, and there's always enough ink on there to be used. And actually, I like that damn lighter right there. Got my hands. Got my hands. Now, I am not going to do the inside of this because I am going to cover that. But I just wanted to show you how I was going to do this one. Now, I got this from the dollar store, and it smells really, really heavenly. But I've used it all and added water to it several times. It's still got the smell in it, but it's just basically got water in it. I'm gonna give this a good spray. And yes, I know it's already on the book, and that's gonna be a-okay. Just gonna spread it around, spread it around. You guys can hear the TV in the other room. My kids love Monk. And I went out there and watched an episode with them, and I was like, my goodness, this was filmed so long ago. So long ago. So, that's how I'm going to do this book cover. Today I have already made up this book, which was a Reader's Digest. No longer. So, and I've already got a pocket in here with a note from the bookmaker. It's my notes. And it's on the back of that. And that just slides in this pocket. And I make a pocket right here on all of them when I make them, so that I get that note from the bookmaker in there first thing. And that explains what the book is about, and you know, why it looks the way it does. So yeah, that is this. So now to do with these cards. I am going to cover up the writing on these. I really don't want that to come out of what we're going to be doing, but we're just going to nonchalantly cover all of these. And I've got material, I've got my scrap boxes. So we're gonna go to town. Wiping off all that ink on my hands so I don't spread it on all of these. Got quite a bit of ink on me. I keep my baby wipes or bye-bye germs in this bag, because I've noticed that I take one out and I use it and then I set it down. By the time I go to use it again, it's dry. So I put it in here with a little bit of water, and then this one I'm probably going to throw away by the end of today, and then I have this one. I just got tired of wasting so much. Let's see, I'm going to bring out the little scraps. This is my little scrap box. What I mean by that is all of these are smaller. Stuff that I normally don't use when I'm making a book. I don't want this to be too close, but let's see. This is my big scrap box with all of my bigger pieces of paper in here and writings and stuff that I can tear up. So we are not going to use this one. I'm going to use my little scraps. as well as my fabric scraps are overflowing. So we're going to see what we can get into here. Today's been a pretty nice day. The kids and I have just been hanging out and, you know, just relaxing on this Sunday afternoon. We'll look and see what time it is, but my phone's being used. So I am going to smudge some glue on this, and I am using Scotch Create glue stick, and I really like this stuff. It has become my favorite. Thank you, Pam. I was using some other glues that just was not working. I'm just gonna use scraps here. Use scraps, scraps. And turn this over. This has a dotted line on it, and I don't like those lines. So, I'm just gonna cover those lines. Nobody knows that they're there but me, but I know that they are there. Oh, I can see the wording, so I'm not going to use that white one. Let's use some flowers. Everybody likes some flowers. Scoochie on over. Oh, don't glue down. Don't glue down. Scoochie on over. This glue, you don't have to wait very long, and this whole cover is, I mean, firmly down. Firmly down. I mean, I'm putting paper over this so I don't have these down, but it's tightly on there. This is the glue that I used to put this cover down on. And I've gotten to the point where I'm using my glue stick more than any of my other glues because it just works wonderfully. I mean, I don't have to worry about stuff pulling up. Just has been working really great. Cut the excess off. Oh, I don't want to cut it. Darn. Okay. So, let's see, top. I like this top. So, that's the paper on there. And let's see what scraps we have. Try not to mix my stuff up. I'm going to mix it up anyways, but what do we have that would really go on here? Maybe can do a white top shan, bottom shan. Let's do a top shan. And maybe when I am done, I will give it some color. It's a color ball of yarn that, I don't know why it's color ball of yarn. Let's pull this off. This came off of the skirting. So on your bed, you have the skirting that covers the bottom mattress. This, the hard mattress, box springs. This is one of those cut up. It had big old holes in it, and so I cut it up and got the lace off of it, and a whole bunch of this. And I actually use this a lot. We are going to go ahead and use my other glue, which is this one, Fabri. Don't fall. Okay. I know I had scissors, but we're going to grab a different pair of scissors. Skinnamarink kitty, skinnamarink kitty. I'm gotta wait for it to run down. There we go. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. This has actually been a really nice weekend for us. We got some stuff done. Went to a lake that's close by our town here. You know, not too far out of town. Went there from probably about 9 yesterday morning until noon. Got some sun, and I still glow in the dark. I'm so white, but got some sun on my bones. And kids played in the water, and boats made waves, so my youngest was pretty happy. She got to go to a wave pool. We have a wave pool in town, but man, you know, with all kinds of creepy people in town right now, I just not keen on them going to the wave pool. I actually really like that. I'm not going to add no color, but I do want a stamp or a sticker or something. Let's see. Let's look through the sticker box. This is my sticker box. And these are all from Amazon, I believe. They're not too dark. Some of them aren't very dark, and then some of them are a lot darker. They're not too small, though. What shall you be? No, you shall not be. What about just like a leaf? What about a leaf on there? I'm not feeling the leaf. No. I wing everything, so nothing here is planned. Nothing here has been done before you've arrived. I just decided I wanted to spend some time showing you all what I'm doing. Maybe I'll use that one. We'll use the littler one. Okay, my trick is I take the bottom of it and I roll up. Takes a time or two. There we go. See how I rolled? And now it's separated from the plastic. So I can peel it off of there and get it not to stick to itself. And these stickers are pretty sticky, so I don't add any extra glue to them. I'm gonna go like that. Didn't come out as good as I wanted it to, but we will stick with it. And a word. What word shall we do? Mercy. Thank you. French for thank you. Mercy. We'll just do that. And on the back here, I'm going to put an antique index stamp on there. That's so excited. I was looking for stamps a while ago, and I wanted word stamps, and so I bought all kinds of stamps and everything, and they're not words. The antique sign symbol for index. And let's see. I'm going to add a little something else here. Maybe a side panel. You know, most of the way that I figure stuff out, you know, I was really scared. I haven't been doing this for too long. I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I have a box of this stuff, and it's just sitting here. Why? what am I supposed to do with that? And, you know, I just find what I like and I go with it. You know, if it takes me 13 tries to put a little piece of fabric on here to see which one looks perfect, then that's what I'm going to do. Because this is artwork. And this is the artwork that I'm creating, just as you. You know, sometimes it's hard or intimidating, or you look at somebody else's and you're like, oh, I wish I had that exact same stuff. That way I could do that exactly that way. No. I went through that phase, and, you know, some things are antique. They don't sell them no more. So you got to do stuff your own way. And intimidating or not, you know, sometimes your way, you're going to like it a lot better than the way somebody else did it. Some things that I've made, I'm like, that's better than theirs, you know, with people online, you know, and I'm not afraid to go online and watch something. Especially being new, you got to figure out what you want to do, what you would like to do, how to do it. That's my biggest thing is, how do you do this? What did they do? How did they create that? You know, little books, little this and that, but, you know, it's good to have ideas, but sometimes having those ideas just sets you up for your creative flow. And that is what we all need to find, is our own creative flow. I know I just stamped this, but I did not like how it came out, and I have a black pen here. So just going to add to it, make it a little longer. Let's see if we have like a little picture or something we can put on the back of this. How about one of these ladies? This is from an antique notepad, and I find it to be very pretty. Ever since I got it, I've been putting it in everything. We had a very phenomenal woman at work decide that she was going to go to a new company, and she will be very missed. Very, very missed. Miss Penny will be very missed. But created a book for her in 3 days. Very proud of myself. It's the fastest book I have ever done. And I had a blast making it. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I gotta hurry through this. It was so much fun. And I didn't have time to watch a video, to figure anything out, to... I want that. I think I want it on both. To do, you know, much of anything for... What am I going to do on this next page, you know? And I made hers a writing journal. And I put Bible verses in there and Bible songs. And I know that she is into that as well as I am. And having somebody appreciate you because of a gift that you homemade, that is a special thing. a lot of people don't understand these. And I think I set myself up because I told her and I showed her the one that I was making for my sister. And everything turned out to be just right. This is art glitter glue. It is a wet white glue. But I have a piece that I didn't get glue on right here. Must have dried before I got to this one down. I'm gonna just squeeze that little tip in there and then push it down. It does wrinkle the paper because it is a wet glue, but we still be tacked down. But you know, if you get your books out into the community first, the community where you're at, and then you make a whole bunch of them. This one's done. Pretty cool, I think. Then you make a whole bunch of books and you get them out into your community, and then, you know, this person talks about you to that person, and that person talks to you about to this person, and before you know it, you have people asking you for books. And you can lie to them and tell them that you don't have any made up right now, but you are planning on having a whole bunch made up by the time this fair happens. And you will be there at, you know, we have a thing that we do here in Colorado, the town that I live in, where we, everybody that homemakes stuff gets together, and, you know, whether it's farming or, you know, somebody's homemade honey, or, you know, homemade honey, you know what I mean, homemade, bottled, they bottle it themselves and it's fresh honey from this area, or whatever it may be, that we all get together and sell it. And you can tell them that you're going to be there. And then you have a whole bunch of your books made up. And then you arrive with something to do. Now, mind you, ours is outside. And so in the afternoons here, it gets pretty dang on windy. We are close to Wyoming. It gets windy. And so bring something weather appropriate. You know, bring a topper just in case it's going to rain on you. Bring, for shade, a topper. And bring something to do for your books that's not going to blow away. Beads. Paper beads is a good one. You know, you bring a huge Ziploc baggie of your little scrap papers and make beads for your books, you know. What is something else? You can, you know, you don't want a whole bunch of stuff out because it's going to blow away. So you want little things that you can just grab one of and do it. Because I'd rather have one tiny little paper blow away. I mean, I'm not saying that I throw stuff in our environment and kill our environment, but, you know, stuff happens. And so that could happen. But I would rather it not be my whole box. You know, I'd rather it be something insignificant. I'm not going to bring papers to work on that I just bought for 100 to, you know, 50 to $100, or something that I really, really, really like because I just want other people to see it. Nope, I'm just going to bring something simple to work on, because, I mean, we're crafting because, you know, idle hands. And so, bring something to do. Show them that this is something that you are actually doing. No, I didn't go out and buy this book and then I'm just sitting here twiddly diddling my thumbs waiting for somebody to come along and buy it. No, I'm making this. That's why you guys watch the videos, is because you want to see how it's made. Why are you different than anybody in your community? So, just an idea. That's what I've been doing. I've got people that I work around that are very community savvy. They know a lot of people. They have a lot of people around them. And so it's nice to be able to get your stuff out there, to be able to be seen. Coffee drink. Put this little guy on there. You see him? He's so cute. That's an antique sticker. I went to my grandmother, I got a whole bunch from her, but I also went to our thrift store and bought a whole bunch of these antique stickers, and then I copied them on the copier, I guess, I don't know, on the copier, and printed them out. And then I can use them all and tear them out and have at it. But if I use them all, I can always recopy them. And honestly, that is what I do with my favorite stuff. I keep the original and I copy the rest. So my digi-kits that I sell are the same. They are what I have, and I've copied them, and I've liked them, so I might as well share them. And yeah. You're only supposed to dab, but sometimes dabbing doesn't get it on there, so I rub it around sometimes. Let's see.